Well, we hope it will be a very big demonstration. It has two themes. One is we don't want a replacement of the Trident nuclear submarine system. The other is that we want the troops out of Iraq. And we think that the news is getting more alarming. We hear talk about attacks on Iran. There is a war going on in Somalia. There are all these things taking place that we really feel the world is becoming a more dangerous place, and I think everybody here today wants to stop that from happening.
CND, I believe, we've been around for nearly 50 years now. Next year's our 50th anniversary. CND has great moral authority. In recent years, it's absolutely clear the nuclear threat is back with a vengeance, because the United States, our own country, are pursuing new nuclear weapons, and they also have a changed nuclear policy. They now talk about nuclear use. The United States has talked about nuclear weapons as part of a usable arsenal, that they'll use them in conventional wars, on the battlefield. We hear about bunker busters. There's a very great danger of the use now of nuclear weapons. Why is the government rushing ahead with a decision? Because even from a technical point of view, experts say even if we do want to replace it, we don't have to make a decision for several years. So why is the government rushing ahead now? And it's widely thought, particularly because of the evidence that BAE Systems gave at the Defence Select Committee, that it is driven by commercial and industrial requirements. Because BAE Systems said that they want to have a throughput, they called it a drumbeat, of submarine production every 22 months. At the moment they're building the Astute-class submarines, but once those are finished, they want the new Trident system to follow on straight away to ensure their industrial capacity and their profits. So the idea that Britain's security policy and whether or not we have nuclear weapons is driven by the commercial requirements of a company which is known to have been engaged in corrupt practices and so on. I mean, it's absolutely outrageous, and that our government should go along with that and condone that is shocking in the extreme. Debate and vote is coming up on this in Parliament in March, so we have the opportunity today and over the next few weeks to make a very strong case to the government that the British people do not want Britain's security to be based on weapons of mass destruction which can kill hundreds of millions of people. The committees, many of the MPs and the government in particular, they don't give sufficient consideration to the possibility of not replacing Trident.
I think this is the most important political issue of our times, and I think we do face a choice in the world. Are we going to head towards barbarism in the form of more war and the consequences of war, the poverty and the displacement of millions of people, the deaths, the famine and all the other things that go with war? Or are we going to try to develop a world which should have the resources to bring peace and to bring prosperity to people? So that's really what drives me, and that's why I think it's most important to campaign around these issues.
Justice for all!
If we all of us here that actually came, if we actually believe in it, we keep doing this, and maybe we'll make a difference.
No nuclear power should actually be allowed in any country. We shouldn't have double standards, stop one country and then we do it ourselves and allow other people to do it. And it was nice to get to know different people, different cultures, and just watch everybody come together and unite and believe in one thing.
I think they should not fight. No, I do. I think they shouldn't fight.
What is it good for? Absolutely. What is? I can't hear you guys. Come on. Let's check it.